Hi guys, it's Rachelle from Monnow Furniture again. It's Saturday morning, some stupid o'clock, I don't know, 6:30, something like that. Anyway, can't sleep, so I'm going to start prepping this. Ready to transform it from trash to treasure, hopefully. Stick with me. By the way, look at this. That's a bit special, isn't it? Oh dear. Right, first things first, let's give this a good inspection. So I know that a lot of people think these don't sell, but they do. When I stage them and describe them, I tend to say TV unit / side table, because they'd really be used now as TV units. This one possibly because it's a corner one, so it's more likely to go in a rumpus room or just a spare room where there's a TV, kids room maybe. But yeah, I don't push it. I don't put a TV on it or anything when I stage it. So this all appears to be solid wood, I think, yeah. Which is great. Now here I can see that this is a different piece there. No issue. I got this off the side of the road. How good is that? Right. Yep, solid wood. Happy with that. So that should sand up really nicely. Right, it's got this little split here. Actually, it's not a split, it's literally just the join, I think. I'll fill that now. So as it's nice and early, I don't start sanding until at least 8 o'clock in the morning. So all I'll do now is just get all the prep work done. So I'll fill that now. I'll get some Dixie Belle mud out. Get that filled. Pulled already off. I'll take these doors off. And inside is good, so I won't paint the inside. There's a little chip there, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm a bit quiet, aren't I? I've just woken up. I'm going to have to paint inside that, which I'm not a fan of. That's short there. I'll end up using a short brush, I'm sure, to do that. I've got the Dixie Belle shorty brush, which I don't like because it hurts my hand. But the other alternative is just any other brush and just chop it off. Just cut the top off. So I might actually do that. I'll just get one of my sleek brushes, I think, and chop the top off. That'll be easier. Okay. Let's start prepping this little girl and get started. Okay, I've decided on the colours. And this, oh, it doesn't look like that in real life. It looks really blue. It's like a green anyway. This is the colour I mixed up. I'd say it's like green grey. Looks totally different in that camera. What's the go with that? Anyway, it's not that colour because I have just used this pot to mix it up in. So this is all leftover Purico paints I just mixed together. I couldn't make it again if I tried because I just throw it all in. So yeah, but I like the look of that. And for the top, I'm going to go with the washed away, the Plaques Millie washed away again in the How Now. I should have enough. I was worried I didn't have enough to do the bedsides the other day, but it used next to nothing. So fingers crossed, and I'm waiting for more of that to arrive. And there's all the hardware ready to go. I won't do anything with that. I like the colour. I'll just reuse that. Doors are off. Over here, ready to go. So I just need to scuff sand and clean the body, and obviously I need to sand the top. I'm not going to start anything now until a little bit later, maybe 9 o'clock with it being a weekend. Okay. My little girl, I got her a new toy yesterday, and she's holding it, look. Bailey. Oh, Harper's jealous. Yeah, it's not for you, I got it for Bailey because she eats all her toys, doesn't she? Oh, say hi, Bailey. Right, let's get started. So I'm using my Bosch Professional to sand this off, and I'm going in with 100. I usually go 120. I can't find any. I need to stock up. As I said before, if you haven't got such a powerful sander as this, then I would go with an 80. I've even gone down to a 60, but ideally 80. 60 is a bit coarse for furniture. Right. Oh, looking at the camera, that looks like a coffin, doesn't it? It's not, I promise. I'm not doing up a coffin for someone. This is a corner TV unit, I promise. Right, let's get on to it. I forgot that I was going to fill this, but the more I look at it, the more I think I'll just leave it, because it's really, really minimal. And when I put the stain on, it'll just it'll be barely visible. Well, there'll still be a line. There's always going to be a line going all the way across anyway. So yeah, I'm not going to fill it. We're good. Right, this is going to take a while, so I won't film all of it. Like I said, I've got 100 grit on this at the moment. Probably if I had a 120, this would actually come off easier. Anyone who is really more knowledgeable about wood than I am, I'd love for you to explain that to me, why with a more powerful sander, it's a finer grit works better. I don't understand the science behind that, so I'd love to learn more. So yeah, I'll get stuck into this, and I'll come back when I'm doing these edges. Oh, look at them, they're curves. Ugh. Okay, wish me luck. Right, that's the top done, and it was pretty stubborn, I've got to say. The lighting's not great. So as it was so stubborn, Bailey, can you? Maybe please, thanks. As it was so stubborn, I'm not going to spend the morning trying to get these edges off. It's already got a really nice clean edge. So I'm going to do my usual trick of painting the sides and then sanding this to give it a really clean edge. So that'll save me a lot of time. So next I need to scuff, sand and clean. Before I do that, I'm going to have a go at cutting off one of the paintbrushes. Right, let's have a go at this. Please don't take this as a tutorial, because I've never done it before. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to have a guess. You know me, just have a go at anything. So this is the one I'm sort of trying to replicate. This is a Klingon Shorty. It's actually still too tall for this project. But I don't know if you can see whose clever idea it was to do this. But it's got this pattern on, like dripped paint. And that's rock hard, and it gives you, it makes your hand really sore, and it's all the way around. I don't understand it. It's like little pins sticking out of it. Anyway, for that reason, I don't use it. So let's have a go at this. Ready for some comedy, guys? So this is a sleek brush. This is by far my favourite budget brush. This has been soaking, so it doesn't look like it's particularly silky at the minute. Silky? Oh, who knows what word I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's give this a go. Hacksaw, me, could be a laugh. Oh, brush, the blanket's coming with us, but that's all right. I was going through a bit easier than I thought. Oh, famous last word. Oh, look. I've got so many lines going on here, it's not funny. I think the secret is to not stop, isn't it? Oh, jeez. People keep saying my videos are funny. They're not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a really helpful channel, guys. I'm not sure that I appreciate you finding humour in my... Look, I can't even think of the word. In my inadequacies. That's going quite well, actually. So if I just... Oh, they are even going to join at the other end. So this is a 38mm. Ideally I would have used a 25mm. I love those, but I don't have any. I think we're almost through. Oh shit, sugar. Could stay at the blanket now. Lucky it's just my painting movers blanket. Look, I've done it. So now I will just hold it like that. And I'm gonna get some, what's it called? What's that stuff I use every day? Sandpaper, hang on. Smooth it out. So there you go, there's your cheap shorty brush. So that should get into that space. Yep, perfect. Just going to smooth it off a little bit more. Don't want to get splinters. How cute's that? No more blisters from that. Are you proud of me, guys? Okay, time to prep this little sucker. Oh. Come on, camera. Good. Okay, it's covered in cobwebs, so I just get the, I'll give it a brush over first. Ooh. It's probably been under a carpet or something, I guess, for a while. It's quite cobwebby and dusty, and when that happens, when you've had a lot of heat on it, then it is harder. I'm gonna hang on, I'm gonna get a mask on. I had my mask on, like, I don't know, not long ago. I lose stuff constantly. No idea where it is. Right, change plan. I'm not going to put a mask on. I'm just going to be careful. Yeah, so when a piece has been in heat, it is harder to get that varnish off the top. So I'm guessing that's what happened. This is rank, this one. But this is free, and I'm very thankful to the person that put it out. And I've saved it from landfill. How good is that? Right, now I'm going to give it a scuff sand with 120. Why can't I get this right today? Like it's different from any other day, because I always something go wrong. Right. So literally it's just 120 grit, and I'm just scuff sanding it. I'm just giving it some tea. I should have a mask on. I've got millions of them. I've got new ones yesterday, but they're for best. So as I'm going to paint it here, then I'm going to scuff sand it too. Let's have a look how this goes. Look at that. I've got a new shorty brush. Sweet. And that brush was probably about 10 bucks. I don't know. They're lovely brushes. So I'm not going to stuff sand in there. Did I just say that? There's a little bit of a chip out there. I really don't mind. You'll barely be able to notice it when it's painted. And we're not trying to make it pristine. We're not trying to make it look like it's a brand new piece of furniture, because it isn't. It's a vintage piece. I think vintage is more than 20 years old. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. I can't believe it's stuff from my childhood. It's classed as vintage now. I think they got that wrong. Actually, probably stuff from my daughter's childhood is now vintage. How old does that make me? Never mind how old, it makes me feel ancient. Oh well, some people don't have the privilege of getting to be an ancient, do they? So I'm thankful for that. Look at all the crap coming off that. Right. If I do that, something do I? Right, I'm going to go and do the doors now. They're over on my... Oh, you say hello, Bailey? Say hello. I'm going to do the doors, then I need to clean this with white lightning, then I can get painted. Time for a little clean with white lightning and hubby's undies. And then I'll be ready to get painting, and it's probably about, I don't know, it's probably about 9 o'clock now in the morning. I couldn't sleep well last night for some reason. Not sure why. So I got up and got productive early. I never sleep well, to be honest, but last night was particularly crap. So if you haven't seen before, this is white lightning, it's Dixie Belle white lightning, and I just pre-mix it in this. It just saves a lot, well I think it does, rather than mixing up a big batch every time. And these are Mr. bottles. I got mine off eBay. I've seen that Capriole Shabby Chic have them. Other stockists, I can't remember where. But yeah, I got mine off eBay, like I said. But since I've looked off online here, they're about the same price. And when you try and get stuff off eBay at the minute, invariably it comes from China and it takes forever. Sometimes not too bad, but lately it's been like 2 or 3 months, which is fine for me because I flip full time, so I'm just bumping up my stock. But if you're doing it just for 1 or 2 pieces, it's not really worth it. Right, so I'll do the doors now, then give it a wipe over with warm water to get any residue off, and then I'm good to paint. Right, let's get stuck in. So I'm using this mixed colour. I don't know what colour you call it. You might be able to see it better in this camera. Blue, grey, green. I don't know. Right, I'm going to dedicate this piece to a little girl who's been watching my channel with her mum, called Stella. And I've heard that she's going to do some furniture flipping with her mum. How cute is that? And she's really good at choosing colours. I think she's better at choosing colours than her mum, because she chose yesterday Myrtle, love it, and Lagoon, so 1 green, 1 blue, perfect. So this is a mix, it's probably a mixture of those 2 colours put together, so hopefully you're going to like this, Stella. I'd like to hear your feedback, and I can't wait to see your first piece. Right, so I'm using my Klingon 035 for this part. Inside there I'm obviously going to use my new shorty brush that I just made. Oh man, I love that. Now that might sound a little bit egotistical because I mix this up myself, but I don't care because I like it. Oh man, move camera, move. Sorry, hopefully you can see. So I would assume this is going to be 3 coats. I won't need to add a top coat because it's all Purico colours in this. It's just leftovers from little pots I had. So I just mixed it all together. Yeah, hopefully you can see all I'm doing. So I'm doing under the lip as well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the piece. I try to, just because when you deliver it, it just looks a little bit better. So I'm going to be painting the top there as well. Yeah, so this is, it'll be 3 coats. Oh God, I really like that. I don't know what colour I would call that. It'll be 3 coats, I would imagine. It looks like I'm probably going to get coverage in 2 coats, but I'll do 3. Oh, I might not, you know, I might just do 2. But it's got the built-in top coat, so I don't need to do another coat with the built-in, with the top coat. That's beautiful. I don't know what colour do you think that is? Grey, blue, green, I'm going to call it. Grey, blue, grey-bee green. Gravy green. I don't know. See what it dries like. So this would be 2 or 3 coats. It's really nice. I was going to say something else then. Can't remember what it was. What do you think? Like it? I do. Right, you can watch me, I'll speed it up and get this part done. Right, that actually worked really well. I'm really happy with that. So definitely recommend doing it that way. So when I'm painting, the second coat I'll go in and be more deliberate. But initially with the first coat, what I'm doing inside, I just want to get some sort of coverage on there. And then I'll go in and tidy up all around the edges. That you really can't see until you're under here, but I will just tidy up so you have a tidy top edge and fill in all the grooves. But the first coat, I just want to get something on really on the inside. I've noticed here, as I put this paint on, that there's some sort of residue here that I haven't picked up on. There you are, it's coming off now. So I was going to say, when that sands, I was going to, sorry, when that dries, I was going to sand it and take it off, but it's coming off on its own. So if I get a cloth now, that'll just wipe off. I don't know what it was, but it was some sort of residue. But yeah, I'll go over it again now. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Might have been like sticky tape or something like that. But that's good now. Right, I'll go and do the doors. By the time I finish the doors, this will probably be dry for me to do my second coat. I won't show you that because it just gets a bit boring when you're just watching me paint. So when I've got all the coats on, I'll come back and we'll look at the top. Right, so I just thought I'd show you as I'm starting the second coat. I've got full coverage, so I'm very happy about that. It's going to be 2 coats and we'll be done. Right, smooth sanding time. Going in with my Bosch again and 240 grit. Just need to put the coat on the 2 coats on the front of the doors. And then the top, and then we're done, and it's only about 10:30 in the morning, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've got another project that I was given yesterday. Actually, see if I can show you. That hall stand, that was donated to me yesterday, which I was really thankful of. I need to do a little fix on the drawer, but I might get onto that this afternoon. Might get 2 done today. Right, this little crack here is bugging me now. It would really be fine to leave it, but it's bugging me. Now, I've said before, I don't usually fill after I've sanded because it will bleed a little bit into the grain, but as this is solid wood, there's room for me to be able to sand down a little bit, so I'm not worried. So I'm just going to give it a quick sand with Dixie Belle mud. I like this because it's so easy to work with. It's a lot more runny than other wood fillers. But you see what I mean? It's going to get into that grain. It'll come off easy enough. It's just an extra depth of sanding that you certainly wouldn't want to do if it was a veneer piece. There's a side bit there as well. Yeah, I'm happier now. Right, and now I just wipe this off with a baby wipe to make sure it stays clean. If you leave it to dry, it's really frustrating when you try and use it and it's all bubbly. It's not really usable then. Bubbly? Bubbly's not the right word, is it? Full of crap? Yeah, full of crap. Let's go with that. Right, that's dry now, so I'm just going to go over it again just with the 240 grit. So it's just, I'm still just doing a smooth sand, so it'll take off these edges and leave that filled in. And I've turned the speed down a bit. I don't want to create too much shaking here because I don't want it to pop down, so I just keep it down a little bit slower. Right, I'm going in with the stain now, so it's the Carts and Millie washed away in the colour How Now. Like I said, I've not got much left, but I'm hopeful that it'll be enough. And again, because I'm getting this, oh, well done Rach, let's put it straight on there. I want this clean edge. I'm going to be using the Dixie Belle sponge. I just like the fact that it's so... Bailey, can you go away from there? She's sniffing like crazy to try and get through to next door's dog. Go away, Bailey. I like that it's such a dense one so it doesn't overspill into the edge. Did I explain that right? Overspill? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure you can make sense by now of what I'm trying to say. Bailey, you're getting on my wick today. Go away now. I need a baby wipe. Bailey's distracted me because now she's chasing flies and trying to get next door. A good thing to have handy is some baby wipes. Just wipes off any paint or stain that you do get as an overspill or something. So again, I'm going to go full length. Love this colour. I've got another 2 pots on its way. Yes, I'm going to have this finished by about 11 o'clock. I'm happy with that. I'm going to do that whole stand, I think. There's a drawer that I need to, there's a chip out of the drawer that I need to repair, which I'll probably, I saw Kasha on YouTube, I think, using Dixie Belle mud for that as well. Just dry, we're waiting for it to dry and then sort of shape, sand it into shape. So I'll give that a go, see if that works. It's no biggie really, like, actually when I look at it now I can't see it, but I know it's there, so I'll fix it. What do you think of this colour? I really like it. I like it with this blue, grey, green. I'm going to advertise that. Painted this beautiful blue, grey, green. It's difficult taking photos as well of pieces that are grey blue, because they will look very different in different lights. Some lights they will look blue, sometimes they'll look grey. So, and it's really important that you try and depict the actual colour in your photos, because the last thing you want is to be doing a delivery or a pickup and they rock up and they're like, I don't look anything like the photo. You'd be like, yeah, but the photo looks better, don't you think? That's not really the idea. Can you see Bailey from there? No. She's lying on my blanket again. So this was hard rubbish find. Just drove past it, saw it, but yeah, I'm going to go back with the van to get that. Even took my mum for a drive with me, a virtual drive, because she's in lockdown in the UK, so she loves getting stuff like this. And when she was younger, she would have picked it up for sure, and she'll wheel and deal and sell and stuff. So I got the camera, the phone in the car, and just took her for a little drive with me to pick it up. She said it felt like she'd had some time out, which is nice. See, I said that with this sponge you don't go over, and as soon as I've said that, I've gone over. Sod's law, isn't it? Right, I'm really, really, really happy with that. Right, get the doors back on. Top coat, I'll be using Carts and Millie top coat again. I'll go and get that in a sec, and we'll be good to go. Top coat time. Carts and Millie satin, boutique top satin top coat. Mix it up. I'm not going to shake it. Oh jeez, I got no strength. Bailey, can you open this for me? I gotta come back to that. Literally turn the camera off and then it opens straight away. Sod's laws all over the place today. Great. Bailey's dog hair. Well, of course it's a dog hair if it's Bailey's. Right, I get these mixes from Bunnings. Paint stirrers. And then just rinse them off with water afterwards. Right, I just dip it in. It's a perfect size actually. And over we go. And so this will be a satin finish, and I'll do 2 or 3 coats of this probably. I always tend to keep going to try and waiting for it to get a gloss finish, but it's not going to happen because it's not a gloss finish. But if for some reason when you have a gloss finish, your mind believes then that it's sealed and water resistant. But you know, this is a satin top coat. It's not supposed to be glossy. So don't do what I do and keep trying to make it glossy. It's not going to happen. If I wanted glossy, I'd buy glossy. Silly woman. I'm really, really, really happy with this. I just asked my husband if he wanted, before I put the top on, the stain on, if he wanted to keep it in our little sleep shed, a little nap room. And he said, no thanks. Rude. Doesn't he not know the answer to that should be always, oh my god, yeah, that'd look amazing. Not, yeah, no. Rude bugger. Anyway, I'll sell it. Right. Time to get the doors on. And we are done. Okay, it's all done. Doors are on. Drawer pulls are on. I just wanted to quickly mention, I said in my last video or a couple of videos that when I pass the piece of furniture on to a customer, hang on. I put some little sample pots in there so they've got touch-up paint. That's really important when you've done a custom colour like this, because they're not going to be able to rebuy this. They're not going to be able to say, oh bloody hell, I've scratched it and now I need to get some touch-up paint, just go to Bunnings and buy it. It's not going to happen. At least if you give them this, and make sure you mix it first as well so that they're getting the proper colour. At least if you give them this, they've got that to touch up with, but also then if they decide that they want to get something else to match it, they can take that little pot to Bunnings and colour match it. So it's really important. Before I tip this into my leftovers, I won't, because I love the colour, else I'm going to use all of it. But it's really important, I think, to make sure they've got some touch-up paint. And if you can see, this is how much I've used on this entire piece. Probably about 100 ml, I'd say. Pretty good, huh? Right, I'm going to set this up for staging now. Because it's a corner piece, I want to show it as a corner piece, but my staging area doesn't really allow for that, so I'll see if I can play about. Okay, back soon.